Think tattoo artists spend years perfecting their craft for nothing? Wait until you meet the barista who watched half a YouTube tutorial and decided he was ready to ink himself after whiskey shots. From backyard zipline catastrophes to balcony karaoke nightmares, we're bringing up tales of courage, meeting physics in the most spectacular ways that'll make your worst decisions look like genius moves. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another absolutely jaw-dropping episode of Wow Amazing. Today, we're diving deep into Volume 5 of our Top 10 Most Epic Hold My Beer Moments that went horribly, hilariously, and painfully wrong. But before we jump into these liquid courage disasters, make sure you absolutely demolish that subscribe button and ring that notification bell like your dignity depends on it. Trust me, after watching these catastrophic failures, you'll want to see what other disasters humanity can cook up when beer and bad ideas collide. Number 10, the backyard zipline zinger. A 28-year-old software engineer named Dave was hosting a cookout when tequila margaritas transformed his swing set into adventure potential. "Hold my beer," he announced to his unimpressed wife and bewildered barbecue guests. After his third drink, inspiration struck. His plan was breathtaking. Construct a zip line using clothesline wire and a rusty pulley, then zip like an urban Tarzan. The problems were obvious to everyone except Dave. Clothesline wire designed for wet t-shirts, not beer bellies, weighing 200 pounds. The pulley hadn't been oiled since the previous homeowner lived there. His carabiner was meant for keys, not human weight in motion. But Dave had stopped consulting physics 3 margaritas ago. His guests watched with mounting concern as he gathered materials. He climbed the treehouse ladder, clipped himself in with supreme confidence, and launched with a triumphant whoop that echoed through the neighborhood. For 3 glorious seconds, it actually worked. Wind rushed through his hair. Cheers rose from guests who thought maybe, just maybe, Dave had pulled something off. Then reality sent its invoice with interest. The wire snapped with a sound like a guitar string breaking. Dave plummeted like a dropped burrito, arms flailing wildly, trajectory pointed directly at the picnic table loaded with ribs and potato salad. He crashed through with catastrophic force. Wood exploded in every direction. Ribs became projectiles. Potato salad achieved orbit. Splinters embedded in places sunlight never reaches. His tailbone made direct contact with the support beam, fracturing on impact with a crack that made witnesses wince. The ER doc chuckled while extracting wood shards, noting he'd seen dumber stunts, but not recently. Medical bills hit $8,000, not covered by insurance. At work, co-workers dubbed him Zipline Zero. The treehouse was condemned by the Homeowners Association. Number 9, the DIY tattoo debacle. A 29-year-old barista named Jake was partying when whiskey and artistic ambition collided, pulling out a tattoo gun bought online. "Hold my beer," he declared to his equally drunk friends. His credentials: half a YouTube tutorial and 0 training. His plan: tattoo a skull on his forearm. The needle buzzed erratically, wrong depth, shaky hands. What emerged was not a skull. Ink blobs formed a lopsided mass resembling a melted potato. His friends tried being supportive, but their faces told the truth. One friend quietly said, "It looked abstract," which is what people say when something is objectively terrible. By morning, his arm was swollen like a balloon animal, throbbing with each heartbeat. Pus oozed from multiple spots. Fever spiked to 103 degrees. His roommate dragged him to urgent care. Doctors drained the infection while delivering lectures that included breeding ground for bacteria, and "you're not Van Gogh, and even if you were," he cut off his ear, "not infected it." The infection required aggressive antibiotics in multiple drainage procedures. Laser removal sessions stretched over months, costing $2,500, and leaving scars like abstract art fighting with medical intervention. His boss fired him for unsanitary appearance during food service. Girlfriend called the tattoo cursed and found reasons to be busy forever. Jake now wears long sleeves year-round, joking it's his permanent reminder of temporary stupidity, but his eyes suggest the humor is a coping mechanism. Number 8, the grocery store slip and slide. A 27-year-old warehouse worker named Tyler was closing up the grocery store with his co-workers when someone joked about the polished floors being slippery. "Hold my beer," Tyler announced. grabbing 3 bottles of cooking oil from the clearance shelf like he'd just discovered the secret to fun. His plan was magnificently stupid. Pour cooking oil down the entire main aisle, get a running start from the produce section, and slide the full length of the store in his socks like a human bowling ball, breaking every workplace safety rule simultaneously. The problems were slippery and obvious. Cooking oil on commercial flooring creates a friction coefficient approaching 0. The aisle ended at a solid metal door. His braking system was hoping physics would be gentle. His co-workers were equally drunk and thought this was genius. He poured all 3 bottles, creating a 60-foot oil slick that immediately started spreading. He backed up to produce, removed his shoes, and sprinted forward in his socks. He hit the oil at full speed and immediately lost all control. His legs shot out from under him. He landed flat on his back, momentum carrying him down the aisle at terrifying speed with 0 ability to stop or steer. He slid like a hockey puck, spinning, arms flailing uselessly. The metal door approached fast. His co-workers couldn't help because they'd slipped trying to reach him. Fire department arrived with special boots. The ankle required surgery, 2 pins, and 8 weeks in a cast. Store manager reviewed security footage the next morning. Tyler was fired immediately for destruction of property and creating a hazardous condition. His termination paperwork specifically mentioned oil-based stupidity. The store spent $3,000 on professional cleaning and door replacement. They sued him for damages. He now limps slightly and works at a different store where his reputation preceded him. The nickname Slick followed him to 3 jobs. Number 7, the fake snake prank panic. A 31-year-old teacher named Lena grabbed a rubber snake at a Halloween bash, vodka fueling revenge against her prankster brother. "Hold my beer," she whispered to her friend, already plotting. She hid it in his cooler by the still-hot grill. The area was lit only by tiki torches, creating perfect ambush conditions. He reached in, touched rubber, and screamed, flailing wildly. His hand knocked over the grill. Hot coals scattered across dry October grass, igniting instantly. Flames spread with terrifying speed, racing toward the wooden fence. Lena rushed to stomp flames, tripped on a decoration, and face-planted into embers. Burns blistered her cheek. Her brother grabbed her, pulling her away, singeing his own hand in the process. Firefighters arrived to controlled chaos. Citations were issued. Fines totaling $500 for uncontrolled burn in residential area. A lecture about alcohol and fire safety made them feel like scolded children. Lena's burn required skin grafts, leaving a scar across her left cheek that darkens in cold weather. Standing in front of her classroom teaching fire safety felt deeply hypocritical. Her brother forgave her eventually, but instituted a permanent ban on pranks at all family gatherings. The snake melted into goop, symbolic of her melted ego. Halloween parties now include fire extinguishers prominently displayed. Number 6, the duct tape wall challenge. At a construction site after hours, 25-year-old apprentice carpenter named Justin discovered several rolls of industrial duct tape. "Hold my beer," he told his crew, because apparently carpentry school didn't cover the weight-bearing limits of adhesive. His brilliant plan: duct tape himself to the warehouse wall in a standing position, hang there for 5 minutes to win a $50 bet, and prove that industrial duct tape could support anything, including terrible decisions. The problems were sticky and obvious. Duct tape is strong for repairs, not for supporting 190 pounds of human against gravity for extended periods. The concrete wall was slightly dusty, reducing adhesion. His plan involved being unable to free himself if things went wrong. But Justin had achieved that perfect level of drunk where physics seems negotiable. His co-workers wrapped him in tape, covering his chest, waist, and thighs against the wall. They used 3 full rolls. For the first minute, it held. Justin grinned triumphantly. Phones recorded his victory. Then the adhesive started failing. The tape began peeling from the wall with a sound like ripping fabric. Justin's smile turned to panic as he felt himself sliding downward. The tape stretched but didn't break, creating a cocoon. He couldn't move his arms to catch himself. He toppled forward like a duct tape tree, unable to break his fall. His face hit the concrete floor first. No hands to protect himself, nose exploded on impact. Blood sprayed across the floor, teeth chipped. He lay there wrapped in tape, bleeding. unable to move, making sounds that suggested his dental plan was about to get expensive. His co-workers were laughing too hard to help immediately. Paramedics had to cut him free with scissors. Broken nose required resetting under anesthesia. 3 chipped teeth needed crowns costing $4,000. Severe bruising across his face made him look like he'd lost a bar fight to gravity. The contractor fired him for misuse of materials and stupidity. The bet winner refused to pay, claiming Justin didn't last 5 minutes. His dating profile pictures are all from before the incident. Number 5, the shopping cart sprint. Post-work beers had 26-year-old retail clerk Ben eyeing loose shopping carts in the empty lot. Someone spotted them near the entrance, and alcohol transformed them from grocery transportation into extreme sports equipment. "Hold my beer," Ben challenged, already pushing a cart toward the far edge where a slope descended toward the street. His plan? Sit in the shopping cart, have buddies give him a running push, and ride down the slope at thrilling speeds while remaining in control. The problems with this plan could fill a safety manual, but Ben had stopped consulting those 3 beers ago. His co-workers lined up behind the cart like a pit crew preparing for disaster. Ben climbed into the basket, folding himself awkwardly among the metal bars. The cart was designed for groceries, not humans. "Push hard!" he shouted. His friends obliged, running at full speed, building momentum before releasing the cart toward fate. For the first 3 seconds, it was absolutely glorious. Wind rushed past, the ground blurred beneath spinning wheels. Speed built impressively. He was flying, laughing, completely alive. Then physics presented its concerns in the form of a crack in the asphalt. One front wheel caught the crack at full speed. The wheel stopped dead instantly. The cart did not stop. Momentum sent the cart into a violent forward flip. Ben launched from the basket like a human cannonball, helmetless head leading the way toward pavement. Time slowed as he rotated through air, his brain cataloging every terrible decision. His head bounced off asphalt with a sound that made witnesses physically wince. His arm bent wrong, bones snapping audibly. He skidded, rolling, collecting road rash and trauma. Blood spread from lacerations across his scalp. His arm looked wrong, bent, suggesting compound fracture. Paramedics arrived to stabilize him. The fracture required immediate surgery, plates and screws to piece his arm together. Concussion protocol. Vision blurred for weeks. Security footage showed the disaster. Police used it for charges. Fine was $2,000. His boss fired him. His girlfriend left. Date someone who plans to survive to 30. The lot installed a fence with warning signs. Number 4, the pet wrestling fiasco. A 25-year-old veterinary tech named Sam was home with beer when he decided to wrestle his rescue mastiff. "Hold my beer," he laughed to himself, dropping to all fours. The irony, a trained animal professional ignoring everything he'd learned. His plan, engage his 180-pound mastiff in playful wrestling. The problem started immediately, dropping to dog-level signals: play, challenge, or threat. The tequila made him aggressive and clumsy. The massive dog flipped him effortlessly. Before he could process what happened, jaws locked onto his forearm. Teeth sank deep, shredding muscle. Sam screamed as blood sprayed across hardwood floors. The dog maintained its grip. Sam thrashed, trying to pull free. The dog clamped harder, teeth tearing through tissue. His neighbor called animal control and 911. Paramedics applied a tourniquet immediately. The bleeding was severe. Emergency room doctors counted 40 distinct bite punctures requiring stitches. Tendon repair surgery was necessary. Several tendons had been partially severed. The worst part came during the rabies scare protocol. Animal control evaluated the mastiff. The decision? Euthanasia recommended. Sam, from his hospital bed, had to authorize putting down his own dog. The guilt was crushing. His workplace suspended him for poor judgment with animals. Therapy addressed the grief. Arm function returned partially. Grip strength forever compromised. He volunteers at shelters now, warning owners, play smart or pay dark. I paid with my dog's life. He's been sober since that night. Every glance at his arm reminds him. Number 3, the frozen turkey fryer disaster. A 33-year-old insurance adjuster named Greg was hosting Thanksgiving when he decided waiting 4 hours for an oven-roasted turkey was for people without innovation or beer. "Hold my beer," he announced, wheeling out a propane turkey fryer he'd bought that morning, still in the box with instructions he'd definitely not read. His plan was breathtakingly dangerous. Fill the fryer with peanut oil, heat it to 350 degrees, and drop in a completely frozen 20-pound turkey he'd forgotten to thaw, because why would instructions matter? The problems were explosive and thermodynamic. Frozen turkey contains ice. Ice is water. Water and 350-degree oil create violent reactions. The safety manual he'd ignored had diagrams specifically showing what not to do. Greg was doing exactly that. He heated the oil on his wooden deck surrounded by family. The turkey was still frozen solid from the freezer. He lifted it by the holder and slowly lowered it toward the bubbling oil. The moment the frozen turkey touched the oil, chaos erupted. Superheated oil exploded upward like a volcano. Greg's arms and chest were soaked in 350-degree oil. He screamed, dropping the turkey completely into the fryer. This created a secondary explosion that sent a wave of flaming oil across the wooden deck. His shirt was on fire. The deck was on fire. The turkey fryer tipped over, spreading burning oil further. Family members scattered, screaming. Someone had the presence of mind to tackle Greg and roll him in the grass. His wife threw garden water on the deck flames. Neighbors called 911 seeing the smoke. Paramedics arrived to find Greg in shock, severe burns covering 30% of his body. Second and third degree burns required hospitalization. Skin grafts from his thighs. Weeks in the burn unit, pain that morphine barely touched. The deck was completely destroyed, required $8,000 to replace. His insurance company ironically denied his claim, citing negligence and failure to follow safety protocols. His coworkers found this hilarious given his job. He was demoted at work after missing 2 months. Thanksgiving is now catered. His family banned him from cooking anything more complex than toast. Number 2. The street magic mishap. A 24-year-old amateur magician named Eli was hyped at a street festival. "Hold my beer," he shouted, gathering a crowd. After rum punches fueled his confidence, he wanted a spectacular finale. His plan? Soak a card in rum, ignite it dramatically, and reveal the card before flames consumed it. The problems were chemical. Rum is flammable. Rum vapor extremely flammable. Synthetic clothing flammable. He held up the soaked card. The crowd leaned in, phones recording. He flicked his lighter. The card ignited beautifully. For 2 seconds, it was perfect. Flames danced across the card face. Then rum vapors surrounding his hand caught fire. The flash was instant and terrifying. Invisible alcohol vapors ignited in a wave that traveled from card to hand to cuff in less than a second. His sleeve caught fire. The synthetic material melted instantly, adhering to skin as it burned. He watched in horror as flames crawled up his forearm in agonizing slow motion. Pain exploded. He thrashed wildly, his magic props scattered. The crowd parted in horror, phones still recording. Paramedics arrived within minutes. Burn clinic became his new home. Excision of dead tissue. Skin grafts harvested from his leg. Phantom itching that never stops. City slapped him with a public safety violation. Banned from all city festivals permanently. The magic community shunned him as a liability. His dream job at the theater evaporated. His arm contracts painfully. He wears long sleeves constantly. Number 1. The DIY piercing party. A vodka-fueled sleepover had 22-year-old psychology major Lily playing Truth or Dare after midnight. Someone dared her to self-pierce her lip. "Hold my beer," she accepted, because backing down seemed worse than facial damage. She accepted because backing down seemed worse than facial damage. Her plan: sterilize a needle with a lighter, use her phone's camera as mirror, and puncture her lip. The problems were abundant. Vodka makes steady hands impossible. Phone cameras reversed everything. Facial anatomy is complex. Nerves exist. She sat on the bathroom floor, friends gathered like an operating theater audience. She held the needle in one shaking hand, phone in the other. The bathroom lighting was terrible. Her hand was trembling. She positioned the needle, took a breath and pushed. The needle went through, but not where intended. Instead of piercing thin lip tissue, it punched through her cheek from inside her mouth, emerging half an inch below her lip. Pain exploded. But worse than pain was the immediate numbness that spread across the right side of her face. The needle had struck a major facial nerve. Her face dropped instantly. The right side of her mouth sagged, her eye partially closed. Drool leaked immediately. Her friends sobered up through horror. Emergency room doctors examined the damage with frustration. Nerve damage. Significant facial nerve trauma. Similar to Bell's palsy but mechanically induced. The verdict? Permanent partial paralysis likely. Years later, some function returned. Not much. Her psychology practice focuses on decision-making. Clients see her face and understand immediately. Bonus entry, the home gym weight drop. Post-gym beers had 31-year-old bodybuilder Tom showing off. "Hold my beer," he boasted, deciding to bench double his usual weight with zero spotter. His credentials, years of lifting, his judgment, compromised by beers and ego. The problems were obvious. Double weight requires proper form, full attention, and backup. He had none. He positioned himself under the bar, gripped it with beer-slippery hands, and lifted. For 5 seconds, he held it. His muscles screamed. His form broke down. The bar began rolling forward toward his neck. Panic set in. He couldn't control the descent. The bar rolled onto his chest with catastrophic force. Ribs cracked audibly. His breath went shallow. He couldn't breathe properly, couldn't lift the bar off. His roommate heard the crash and called 911 while struggling to lift the bar. Paramedics arrived to find him blue-faced, gasping. Hospital diagnosed pneumothorax, collapsed lung from broken ribs puncturing tissue. A chest tube was inserted to drain air and blood. The scars are dark reminders. Muscles atrophied during recovery. Now he wheezes climbing stairs. His chest heaves irregularly. Occasional blood-tinged coughs. The home gym was dismantled. And there you have it. Volume 5 of the most jaw-dropping hold my beer moments that prove liquid courage and good judgment are natural enemies. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. You don't want to miss a single episode proving how dumb people really are. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and remember, if you ever feel the urge to say hold my beer, maybe just hold on to it in your dignity instead.